Okay, should be on. Don't know if it'll work, but second time. Get rid of that. Put that all the way here. Right, let me see if that's doing. Okay. Alright, hello everyone. This is going to be my Sunday stream, 17th of May 2020. I know I should have streamed last night, but I wanted to make that other video, so for today we got a Sunday stream, and I'm not quite sure how I'm going to read comments because I'll have to click on the chat window to get it. So let me just get my phone out, because I'm just wondering if I can actually get the chat on my phone, if it works, mind you. So let me get that. Go to channel. Yeah, it's saying that I'm live here. Let me click on it. Just put the media down. Okay, that's good. Just gives me the live chat here. So I'll keep this up and running. Hopefully my phone won't go dead with it. And it also tells me how many people's in. It's only got one, so it means I'm the only one in. But I'm going to do this anyway. I've got 3 tabs open of the subjects I'm going to be reading. This is going to be a long video because I just realised how long the first subject is. Anyway, here's the main quickie page. You can basically see Chris Can's stats and things. 34 days since he last begged for money. 227 days since he last uploaded pages to his CWCki comic, and almost 3,000 days since he last applied for a job. So yeah, I don't think anyone would hire him anyway, even if he did apply for a job. And yes, I know I'm using male pronouns. I need to get used to him being a woman now. Anyway, I chose 3 subjects from the page. We're going to do Chris and health first. Also, just want to mention, do not harass him or anything like that. I do not condone that. This is mostly just for fun. So here we go, Chris and health. Eat less cow meat. Grilled chicken is healthier. Vegetables and fruit are a must. Walking or jogging is great. The exercise daily. Standing helps too. I don't think standing is exercise. Standing is just standing. Playing some Guitar Hero on guitar. If you have to stand whilst playing, you have to stand whilst playing and move for fun and movement. Okay, and that was Chris's ironic advice to Ivan Drago. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna plug my phone in because I know my phone's gonna go dead because I've got my chat open. So bear with me. There's my. There it is. Okay. Right. Yeah. Chris, as even those with a cursory knowledge of medicine can plainly see, he is not in good health. Well, obviously, considering his obesity, lack of exercise, poor nutrition, refusal to bathe, and grave uncleanliness of his surroundings, he has an extremely high chance of developing potentially life-threatening medical problems such as cancer, type 2 diabetes, heart failure, I'm not even going to begin to pronounce that word, and a possibility of premature death, which is that even, yeah, it's a bit laggy on my phone. And here we have a artist's rendition of him. and how Chris views himself as a Tom girl, which we'll click right here. That's probably like a fan of his or something. I really don't know. I really don't care. Let's see. We got all of this to go through. It's gonna be a good one. Diet and nutrition. To put it bluntly, Chris is a fatty, yet he denies it, and his food makes him shit himself. Well, obviously, if you're not eating healthy, then that's what's gonna happen. Oh, it's not my phone. No, something disconnected from my computer, and I don't know what it was. What did I press? Everything? No, everything's working. Is this still on? Yeah, that's still on. Okay. My okay, yeah, that's fine. I just want to click something. Chris is a known fast food lover, eating at either McDonald's, Burger King, or some other fast food restaurant at least once a day. He has been known to dine out up to 4 times a day. Why? Why? I dine out because like it's like a luxury. It's not like a common thing. Even if I dine out, it's like four times a day. How the hell is he affording that? Even though he's on like a disability allowance or some stuff like that. I really don't know. I don't know how how systems work in America. The fact that the fact that he's merely fat and not morbidly obese is just all expiring. Caloric intake and inactive lifestyle suggests a fairly high metabolism, which will almost, if certainly, if not indefinitely, the frequency of his fast food trips was confirmed in 2015 when a Kiwi Farms user sent him $500 to see what he would do with it. Chris claims that he cooks for himself 4 to 5 days. Yeah, if I'm slowing down talking, I'm just looking at the chat, seeing if someone's texted in or something. If someone typed in the chat. Okay, Chris claims that he cooks for himself 4 or 5 times a week, which I think I actually remember seeing a video of him cooking something, but I can't remember what it was. It was so long ago. Making his cooking a major source of his nutrition. He had said that he took home EC classes in school. EC class. I've got no idea what that is. Classes in school that he owns cookbooks. However, when CWCki asked him to cook spaghetti in a YouTube video, an incredibly basic dish, mind you, yes, spaghetti's dead easy. Just break some pasta in some boiling hot water over the stove, and it's basically it. Unless you want to add sauces to it, which you can just buy like a glaw pasta sauce, put over it. It's very easy, dead easy. Basic dish, mind you. He dodged the responsibility by claiming that Barbara has blocked the kitchen with junk, so instead he mimed the act and microwaved some canned spaghetti and meatballs. Lazy git. It can be deduced from this that Chris can't or doesn't cook and simply buys microwavable meals every time he claims to be cooking at home. Yeah, microwavable meals is not cooking. It's just sticking something in the microwave. That's lazy, says the person who got meals to microwave because he didn't have any food left. But that was a long time ago. I think it's about 3 years ago last time I did that. Next bit. Many times Chris has been shown to be a glutton for all kinds of food, eating excessively in public places and doing parties. His complexion also gives the insight to his daily nutrition, also showing various signs of acne and acne scarring. This suggests that Chris never drinks water and focuses on more of the carbonated drinks and energy drinks, which you should not drink so much fizzy drinks and energy drinks. That is really bad for you. Back in the day, back in my day, I think it's like before I was born. One of my family members had a lot of fizzy drink on a really hot day, and he basically fainted. It's not very good for you. Don't worry, he's still alive. It's not very good for you. It's good for you to drink like fruit juices, water, stuff like that. Things that is good for your body. Herbal tea, I think, is a good one. I'm not quite sure. I mean, I haven't tried herbal tea because I like cup of tea and fruit juices. Anyway, where was I? In the kitchen, yeah. Which has been proven to increase erratic behaviour. In other words, it keeps you hyper, keeps you going. His most popular probable nutritional intake is as follows. Here we go, the juicy stuff. Breakfast. Often nothing, because he usually sleeps from 6 AM to Jesus Christ, he sleeps from 6 AM to noon. And I thought I was a late sleeper. I'm definitely not as bad as that. Ever since I swapped in pillows over with new puffy ones, I've been sleeping like a good sleeper. I didn't even know what to put at the end of that, so I just confused myself. I've been sleeping better with new pillows. That's all I'm saying. But when he doesn't do that, he travels to a McDonald's or another fast food restaurant with a breakfast menu. Yeah, I understand that McDonald's, so I think McDonald's is the only thing that I know that does breakfast menu. I don't really do Burger King much because Burger King's a bit shit. But yeah, also if you're like a trucker or something on the road for overnight, then yeah, obviously go to Mackey's for breakfast. But him every single day almost, or her every single day. See, I'm confusing it already. Yeah, it's not very good. It's not very good for your body. Lunch, something quick at home or fast food. Again, fast food. Dinner, dine out at a fast food place. Fast food again is like breakfast, lunch and dinner, really. With family, or have a poorly cooked microwavable meal. Yeah, not very good. Not very good at all. In addition, it is believed that Chris's diet is the one cause of his fecal incontinence. The one being... Oh, you know. One being ramming stuff into his rectum like the Sonically medallion. As chronic constipation can be the cause of fecal incontinence. Occasionally, it happens that Chris's diet of McDonald's microwavable meals and little to no fruit or vegetables, yet always have fruit and vegetables, is very likely ridiculously low on fibre and thus a surefire way to causing constipation. Chris has been going on with his diet for who knows how many years. Not a diet. Oh, thank you. Where was I? Yeah, every time I'm taking my time and I'm just like reading the chat. Yeah, thank you for subscribing. Where was I? Yeah, I'm reading the chat every time I like lean over. You can't see me because I don't have the face cam on. I don't really feel like doing face camming tonight. According to Chris, he eats more vegetables than any other food group. Yeah, that's basically bullshit. In any other food group, the vicality of this statement is dubious, given what is known about Chris's medical history and health in general, as well as the tendency to lie. Yeah, she lies all the time. Doing the father call. which we'll go into another time. Chris told Casey's father that he was prescribed Lymphor, which I don't know, for his high cholesterol. He claimed that he stopped taking the drug in the fall of 2009, but whenever he is being honest, especially given the number of times of obvious lies he told about his health in the course of the rest of the call, is uncertain. In 2016, he... Was that? No, okay, I got an email, that's why. If you're hearing like weird notification noises, that's coming from my phone. I have muted the media on my phone so I don't hear myself. So there's no like reverberation in the actual stream. Let's see, this record is uncertain. In 2016, he's been listening to subliminal frequency hypnosis, which I'm pretty sure never works and never will work. Stuff like that is basically bullshit, because it doesn't work. It is stupid. Videos under the false belief that they would improve his health. He liked videos such as lose weight super fast, eliminate armpit odor permanently fast. You can't eliminate that. It's always going to happen. Just wash, bathe, deodorize properly, then keep it in check. Lower your voice breaking. For a 31-year-old, my voice is breaking again. I hate that. Lower your blood pressure, fast, hypertension treatment, whatever that is, and produce odorless farts fast. Jesus, that's because of the of all the like the fast food and greasy food that he eats. Not gonna lie, having fast food once in a while is good, like I said before, but don't have it all the time. It's bad for you. Have it like, I don't know, like once every couple of weeks. That should be alright. But it's bad for you and bad for your wallet to have it on, to have fast food all the time. Especially Christine's all the time. In 2017, Chris had a brief online relationship with Jessica Quinn, who has a fat fetish, and introduced Chris with it. CWCki comic features an obese Rosicru on issue 12. I probably won't get into the CWCki comics, so that's going to be a long one if I do. After their breakup, Chris consumed a large bowl of ice cream. Ugh, that's going to mess with your head. A small bowl of ice cream even gives me headaches. I don't know what a big bowl would do. He took a side view of his gut, saying this right here was all hers. In 2019, Chris showed an idea of a salad, mostly made of unhealthy ingredients like bacon bits and croutons. We're going to have a look at some pictures. This is the side view on Fat Chris. He's wearing a clothes like a grandma would wear. I love how his fucking kids looking at him saying, "What is that, mummy?" This must, yeah, it's a McDonald's. Look, his binder or her binder. That's probably full of like art and stuff. Let me go back. I'm gonna open in new tabs just in case I close the actual thing. This is a salad. Something different for today for lunch. I've been re-binging #Impossible. Right, on at Disney Plus. So at that, you'll be seeing a lot. You'll be seeing this: 2 soft shell tacos and an order of nachos. I made a nakato. That looks I really don't know how to describe that, so I'm not even gonna try. Let's read some of these. Let's see. Yeah, the taco is not that bad. At least he's got salad in it. So that's alright, I suppose. A soft shell taco topped with tortilla chips straight out Kim Possible. I have not seen Kim Possible for a very long time, since I'm a bit old for cartoons, but to be fair, no one's old for cartoons really. Just look at My Little Pony. Okay, places where Chris likes to eat. Country cooking. Never heard of it because I'm not an American. McDonald's. I've heard of it because it's everywhere. Golden Corral. Even though it's closed its doors in Charlottesville. Again, never heard of it. Chick-fil-A. I've heard of it, but I'm not in America, so I can't get it. Bedroom and Burger King. Burger King is everywhere as well, but I prefer McDonald's rather than Burger King, because last time I tried a Burger King, it was at a theme park called Fort Park, which is in the outskirts of London, and they always have really dry patties and burger buns for some reason. There's hardly any sauce in them, and they're really small. That's what I don't like about them. It always puts me off eating a Burger King, and I was never a fan of them. McDonald's is better. But obviously due to lockdown, McDonald's has just opened and there's a big queue. So I'm not going to be getting that in a while. I'm probably not gonna watch any videos due to like copyright, even though who's claiming his videos anyway. While my body is strong and powerful, I am unable to run fast without losing my breath in 10 seconds in a Sonic. Yeah, he's very unhealthy. Exercise, here we go. Chris has not had any regular exercise since leaving high school, and the lack of physical activity has contributed to his already ballooning shape. Yeah, he's a really weird shape for some reason. Yeah, he's like pear-shaped. I really don't know, but his body is like basically straight down. There's no curves to it. It's padded out. Since he barely leaves the house and focuses his time playing video. Is that like video games or something? I'm not quite sure. What is that? What is that? Video games. Okay, yeah, video games. Lack of exposure to sunlight has left his skin a frightening paler to starkly contrasts the dark background of his room while making videos. Also, most fat people have a strong stocky legs due to carrying around all that weight, but since Chris has rarely performs any tasks more physically demanding than standing up, his muscles has a way. Yeah, his muscles are like really floppy and flabby. I'm not gonna lie, like before I started working 5 years ago, my muscle mass was a bit lower by then, but like as I worked more and worked harder throughout the past 5 years, I've got more muscles on my legs and on my arms, so that's good. I just got to tone up the middle half and then I'll be all set. In other words, yeah, I'm a bit on the fat side, but I'm not complaining because I still feel healthy. All that weight, but since more demanding than standing up, his muscles has withered away. Okay, we read that bit. Leaving a body made almost entirely out of fat, as evidenced by his incredibly thin and weak arms that are incapable of breaking wooden sticks and barely tearing cardboard. Yeah, there has been scenes that he like tears up like cardboard things and punches stuff, and she punches like a weak little girl. It's really weird to look at. When questioned about his exercise, he regarded standing up and playing Guitar Hero as exercise. That is not exercise. It's just standing up and playing video games. Needless to say, Chris is clearly delusional. In Chris's Papa the Rapper contest entry, where he foolishly chooses to dance. That seemed to get very tired. He seemed to get very tired from dancing a mere 30 seconds and even stopped recording to take a break, evidenced by the abrupt change of position. While attending Fridays after 5 for a while, he danced in public like a stroke victim. He sat down to rest and play some more video games outdoors. Despite this, in Welcome to Bollywood, he's capable of dancing in place for 7 minutes. Whenever or not, he did this with magic of jump cuts to be seen. And as you can see, we have photos of him. Strong man, yeah. This man slaps your girlfriend's ass. What do you do? I am strong. During the later stages of his infatuation with Casey, many of Chris's videos showing a growing obsession with his own physical power. Chris apparently believes himself to be a nigh unstoppable testament to human might and has made several videos dedicated on flexing and strength of and feats of strength, performing Herculean tasks such as living boxes of Minute Maid lemonade and doing fake push-ups. Yeah, I've seen that video. I think I've seen it. He does reps with a carton of fizzy drink, and multiple times it all fell out and he had to put it back in there. And he wasn't even doing it properly. That's the only thing. He appears to believe that he could have defended both his rivals, Greg Mays and Liquid Chris, should it have come to blows, and such had challenged him to fisticuffs multiple times. Yeah. To be fair, you'll be more injured due to having water splashed on you than him hitting you. Of course, Chris is once again completely delusional about his own abilities to push ups and curls. He has struggled to do on camera, only to serve to demonstrate on how hopelessly out of shape he really is. His own fat and muscles are so small. He's so fat and his muscles are so small. It's never clear whenever he's flexing. Whenever he's actually flexing, and the fighting moves are shown us are laughingly incompliant. Where Chris get his wish and physically confronts Greg or Liquid, he would definitely have his ass handed to him. Oh. In the father call and the subsequent Casey and Liquid call, yeah, the father was played by Liquid Chris. Chris has made various claims to have taken up jogging at the point where he claimed to have jogged 5 miles, 8 kilometres a day. But it didn't take long for Casey and his father to call him out, and her father to call him out on the obvious lie. The truth is clearly shown in Sonic's Egg, where Chris runs only a fraction of a mile and has to take 6 breaks to catch his breath, where a person with decent health would take a few seconds to jog the same distance without having to stop as much as Chris did. Chris's lack of muscle tone might stem to hypotonia, lack of muscle tone. Yeah, medical words I always have a hard time pronouncing because they're so difficult to pronounce, which can occur in people on the autism spectrum. Although it it is clear that his poor lifestyle has only exacerbated this. Okay. The idea, guys, was here. Chris was brainwashed into believing that he would need to begin exercising regularly in spring 2018 for him to be in shape with quicker. Well, that was probably like a good. I know, like, the idea, guys, went a bit over the top, and they basically made him more delusional into thinking that there's another dimension. This was probably one of the better things that they got him doing, because she needed exercise, a lot of exercise to keep fit and keep healthy. But yeah, they shouldn't have led her on like that. Oh yeah, okay. Anytime Fitness. The idea, guys, had Chris go to Anytime Fitness Gym. In April 2018, Chris has uploaded 100 a video of him working out in his bedroom with actual dumbbells of £20 each. I've got a pair of dumbbells here. How big are these? It's probably ain't £20 each, but 2 kilograms. What is 2 good? It's in kilograms. I can't really do anything of that because that's not in pounds. £20 each. He followed up with taking a selfie at an Anytime gym of him on a treadmill, speeds walking 4 miles per hour for 2 hours. Okay, that's ridiculously slow. That is ridiculously slow. Even though he's probably like a beginner doing it, like starting out, because I know at most gyms, when you go on a treadmill, they say to start slow and work yourself up. So it's probably why. A couple of weeks after the treadmill update, Chris was cocky enough to tell about his new lifestyle change, to use a put down of telling other people they could stand up and go to the gym to lose weight. You are now blocked. Before continuing to insult me whenever possible, you should consider going to the gym yourself, as I feel you could stand to lose. Wow, Chris actually fat shaming someone. It's not unusual for him to do that, but he fat shames people. On May 7th, Chris lamented the fact that Reams has been calling up the gym to harass the management about him. You jerks and trolls ruin everything. I can't even go to the gym without you harassing the gym that I go to. Yeah, probably not the best idea to go around harassing the management gyms if Chris has been there. I mean, it looks like he's trying to better himself, trying to like get fit, but yeah, not the best idea to call people and harass them over it. Later, Emily shared the information that Chris has been banned. Chris was legitimately getting complaints from fellow gym goers regarding being gassy and burping a whole lot. Yeah, again with the fast food, is not doing him such good, is it? So he already has a strike against him for that, and then coupled with that, people calling him to get him inevitably banned. He was getting complaints anyway. Okay. In the Cosspits interview, Chris has claimed that he has only been banned from the Ruckersville location and still regularly goes to another undisclosed location in the Charlottesville area. Okay, so at least he actually moved on from that, went to another one. A fan spotted him at the gym, snapped his photo. Let's have a look. Ooh. Has he got like earpods in? Like cheap ones? It's got the hat, it's got the medallion where she wears everywhere she goes. It's weird. Why would you do that? Walking for exercise. Yes, today is beautiful and it was a great temperature for a 4+ mile walk up the Monacan Trail. Chris. walking is good. Walking is very healthy for. Also, if you take up jogging as well, is really good, and biking. Biking's great for the legs, especially if you crank up the gears. Really good strain on the legs, but it's good. The burn is worth it. Trust me. And when you go up the hill, that's the thing is, I'm lucky enough to have a bicycle trail behind my house, and it goes for like 7 miles. It's amazing. Let's see, got any more? Oh, hey, welcome back. Exercise. Oh yeah, by the way, if you miss some of this stream, it will be processed and go onto YouTube anyway, so you can watch it later. I'll also post it in the group as well. I'll post it tomorrow, depending on how long it takes to actually process. The exercise habit from the idea guys wasn't. That's the thing, because I always thought the idea guys was like one guy, but it has to be multiple people because it's like idea guys. Stuck with Chris's temporarily as he continued to go on walks, as seen in walking to the post office, and him mentioning that he goes on nature walks with his support group. I didn't even know he had a support group. In December 2018, he purchased a treadmill and filmed himself using it. That's the thing, because I actually saw the tree, and I actually saw, I think it was like Gibby and Devon did a video about it. God, that was a long time ago. 2018. Wow, that 2 years went quick for me. For the first time in a long time, it will been that Chris has started to pay at least some attention to one facet of his health. However, only a few months later, it appears that his treadmill has begun to rust. How rust? I didn't know it rust unless he like splashed it with water or something. Hashtag Brony Babes. Oh, here we go. And there's main article. I'll probably read that in a later stream. Chris began 2019 by participating in the Brony Babes challenge on Twitter with the goal of losing weight, quickly abandoning it after a barrage of blocks from fellow participants and voice actors for My Little Pony. Well, that went well for him. Hygiene. Be getting on to the good stuff right here. I shower daily. Chris. From the amount of people that say that he stinks, I highly doubt that. And look at his Silent Hill-like bathroom. As quoted above, Chris claims to bathe on a daily basis. However, something to lie, and reports from people who have interacted with him suggest otherwise. According to Emily, he reeked of rotten watermelons. I don't know what that smells like. Robert Simmons V said that he had a vacant of homeless person stank, and field agents has said body odour masked with gallons of Axe. Again, he loves the Axe. In fact, it might be that Chris regards Axe as a substitute for a shower. Yeah, there's a meme going on at the minute in for London Comic Con. They're saying that because people like to douse themselves in body spray. It's people saying yeah, this is not a shower in the can. Go and have a shower and a bath and then spray yourself. Do it properly. Mainly because there's been complaints of people that smell that goes to the Comic Con in London at most times. Okay, my voice breaks again. Oh, I hate when that happens. Where was I? In fact, it might be Chris regards body for a shower. Roadcue seems to confirm this belief as upon being told of Axe usage, she makes an awful attempt at suggestive wordplay, suggesting that Axe makes sonically clean enough for sex and cheap deodorant has a aphrodisiac effect on Rosie Q. It appears that Chris compounds this hygiene problem for frequently going. I should have really brought water with me because I'm going to be doing this for a long time. For going for days without changing his clothes, pursue videos that has shown him to be wearing the same shirt for several days in a row. It may be that Chris just gets into nice clothes making his videos, and as such doesn't get them dirty, allowing him to use the same ones repeatedly. Although his hygienic habit would be at odds with everything he does. Let's have a look at the CWCki picture first. Okay, CWCki says, okay, which one do I read first? It's normally the top one that you read first. Oh, okay. It looks like it's going to be the CWCki first. Well, sweetbot, you smell great. Did you bathe? And CWCki says, no, my sweetheart, I use Orion scent. And then she says, then may I orbit your belt. That's really cringeworthy. Not gonna lie. We got more. It's gonna go on for a long time. I might just do like one quickie reading today. Really depends how long I've done it for, but I intend to go on for like at least another hour. There we are. The condition of his impediment system is so poor that it's visibly noticeable. Even the low quality videos that texture of grease that is probably permanent adhered to his skin creates a disgusting sheen that reflects a significant amount of light. The same goes for his hair, which is in such poor condition that when he allowed it to grow out for the tomgirl pictures, many strands are clumped together in greasy, sticky locks that looking akin to a long beard of a homeless man. Even when it is washed, it looks exactly as greasy and unkempt as it did before. As seen in the hair difference videos, this neglect will only make his hair fall out even faster than it already is. Yeah, he's getting really bald now. Well, she's getting really bald now because it's like I've actually seen like more of his videos, and she has to like make it so her bald patch is not that visible. Lack of cleanliness combined with the state of his room where he spends most of his time means that Chris and his surroundings must smell absolutely disgusting. Chris eventually simply tolerates the horrible odours, perhaps not noticing them anymore. It may be that he has an abnormally reeks or intense sense of smell, or he has gone nose blind. A few other things would allow for such living conditions. Despite his irregular, at best, use of the shower, Chris is a reportedly an enthusiastic consumer of hand sanitizer. Again, hand sanitizer is when you want to like clean your hands of germs. It's not a shower. It's not a bath. It's not a shower. So don't use it all the time. Even though there's same people that use hand sanitizer in this outbreak, but it shouldn't be used all the time like that. Mims and Lucas recalls that he would scrub his hands with the germ-killing jellied alcohol every time he posted. After every postcard game handshake at the game place, obviously offending his victorious opponents, and photographs of Chris at at Fridays after 5 suggests that he keeps a bottle at hand at all times. Additionally, Mims and Lucas said in the Q&A session that Chris didn't have any noticeable BO at this time at the game place, during this time at the game place, suggesting that his odour problems but it worsens from that time onwards. Blue Spike also mentions Chris uses of hand sanitizer throughout. Julie reveals herself. Let's have a look at this bathroom. It looks like the kind of bathroom that you'd see on like on them This Is Dan Bill Hotels from Hell or Filthy I forgot what he calls them vlogs, but it just looks like one of them really cheap sleazy hotel bathrooms or motel bathrooms that you get in like really shitty areas of America. Look at that mold. It's lucky that she ain't dead yet. And I wonder if his mother uses that. Really, she probably does. That just looks gross. Look at the filth. Look at the grime on it. Ugh. That is mold, ladies and gentlemen. People's houses has been condemned for less than that. My living conditions. Here we go. Living conditions. We're getting there. We're about halfway through. Oh, it's gonna be a long one. Main article: 14 Branchland Court rental house. Simply put, Chris has spent many years growing acclimated to living conditions of abject filth and untidiness. The photographs and videos of 14 Branchland Court that he has so unwisely shared with the world showcase to us his filthy bathtub, which I've just shown you up there, as well as what appeared to be overflowing bins that look more like mounds of trash, a kitchen sink overflowing with unwashed plates and cutlery, and even a instance of Chris slipping on cat shit. Ugh. Stinks. That stuff stinks. I know what cat shit smells like. It's horrible. Even thinking about it is gross. Trousers also managed to extract from Rocky Shoemaker that his house was suffering with some sort of infestation. If you go to Gino Samuel's not last video, but the video before his last video on Chris, and then at the end of that video, listen to the phone call to Rocky. She pretty much describes everything. In fact, subscribe to Gino as well, because the history documentary that he's doing on Chris is amazing. So I'd highly recommend to watch. It's the most detailed report on Chris I've ever seen. House is suffering from some sort of infestation, which where was I? Let me just put my mouse there so I know which led to Bob being quarantined after being brought to the hospital, and Chris being confined to his room to avoid being bitten. When Chris' last video of the house emerged in the months before the fire, it was revealed that the problem has only gotten worse since Bob's passing, and whole rooms literally rendered inaccessible, and some filled almost to the ceiling with items Bob has hoarded. Yeah, a lot of them are hoarders. Mostly Bob and Chris, I think. I don't think Bob was a hoarder. I'm not quite sure. Can't remember. And various other rooms reduced to crevices carved into the mountains of junk. Even after the fire, oh yeah, in 2014, the fire burnt their house down. Even though it was Chris's fault, because he left a coffee maker on. Used the coffee maker in a really bad electrical current in the bathroom, and it basically short-circuited and set fire to the house. Even after the fire, Chris and Bob has seamlessly not amended their habits as far as housekeeping goes. The photographs of the rental house revealed a steady growing number of Lego boxes strewn around. as well as something more alarming when Chris was taking photographs of his merch for eBay. He inevitably photographed rat feces on his carpet as well. When concerned customers pointed this out, Chris flatly denied it. Of course he would. Even though he had given them photographic proof to the contrary, even though he's given photographic to the contrary. Moreover, after Catherine visited in August 2014, she recalled seeing junk piled up to the ceiling, and dogs not being housebroken and allowed to urinate and defecate on piles of newspaper on the floor. That's nasty. When Chris and Barb returned to their reinvented house, I can't even pronounce that word properly, 14 Bronx Court in 2015 in January, one can only imagine the reaction of the landlord to the state in which they left the house, which, as of April 2015, was still vacant, probably due to the mess that they made. Only half a year in, and Chris is already inhumane, accessible, quite the accomplishment. Yeah, this is the eBay photo. As you can see, like here is all like rat feces here and mouse droppings. Looks like he's got a guitar here. Photo introduces Chris's violin on eBay. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that was it for that one. Yeah. Vision. Here we go. How's his eyesight? As evident by his oversized aviator-looking glasses, Chris has a vision problem. Judging by pictures of Chris in his youth, it appears that he began wearing glasses around the time he entered high school. The extent of his eyesight problems is anyone's guess. His glasses are often fogged and dirty, thus similarly improving and worsening his sight along seeing in different feature dimensions. Chris often takes them off when things are getting serious, but keeps them on to read. This is evident in the video where he reads a letter from Nintendo and in the future message video. One of Chris's relatives, Dr. David Allen Chandler, wasn't that Bob's son from another marriage? I'm not quite sure. Happens to be an eye doctor whom Chris has seen in the past. Last time Chris was known to have seen him for an appointment was 6th of January 2004. Which reminds me, I really need to go to the opticians, but when I got the letter to go in, the actual optician's letter, to make a booking, the old world fell apart and everything closed down. So I'm still waiting to make that appointment. So maybe not for the time being. Chris's license. Driver's license have a restrictive condition checked, which commonly means that the driver must wear glasses in order to legally drive. Whenever his vision contributed to the numerous vehicle incidents he has been involved in, it has yet to be seen. However, it is a good bet that he should be wearing glasses whilst driving for the sake of those sharing the road around him. In his C log 10042017 Q&A no more video, Chris's left eye was drooping noticeably, which may imply either to be an early sign of a stroke or substance abuse. Both of these are plausible due to his obesity and poor nutrition to the former, and his abuse of black market drug for the latter. Yeah, what's the betting he's been going on the black market and buying fake medication and fake sugar pills for himself? I'm pretty sure that he does. Hearing and speech. Yeah, okay. Also, welcome anyone who's new to the stream. I know I'm not looking at the chat regularly, but welcome anyone watching. Hearing and speech, main article, speech impediment. Yeah, most autistic people, or most I know of, do have a speech impediment. However, how I deal with mine, I seem to slowly grow out of it. My stutter was a lot worse back in the day, but since I communicated more, I've been training it to get better. Right, little is known about the current state of Chris's hearing, but the autism papers said that he is suffering from high frequency hearing loss in his early childhood. He has also exhibited signs of tone deafness. His musical performances show a little bit of imbalance of melody at all. Chris is known for his unusual way of talking, which goes beyond having a southern accent. He mixes up, clutters and substitutes sounds regularly. He also often talks quickly and slurs his words, which when he doesn't, his voice takes on a staccato rhythm. His voice itself is severely deformed, is a very severe deformity, ranging from pitch from normal to the sound of a 3-year-old girl on helium, all the way to Gilbert Gottfried. It has been medically proven that one of the effects of autism is lack of variation in speech, such as tone, pitch and accent, which also works backwards, which could explain Chris's far from normal voice. Autistics often have difficulty distinguishing voice tone. In his Song of Christian video, his voice sounds almost entirely normal and deeper than later years, except for the occasional times where he recalls Conker's Bad Fur Day. However, his voice deformity almost likely comes to the fact that he has little to no human interaction, such isolation has been proven to change a person's perception of pitch, especially if they're autistic. Chances are likely he has become permanent. Chances are likely this has become permanent for Chris, given his decades of isolation. Okay, so that's interesting to know. Here we go. We're getting on the shorter bits now, so hopefully it shouldn't take longer. Dental health, main article, fangs, which I'll probably read in a later stream. Chris's fondness for baring his fangs in the moments of tired rage revealed that substantial dental work, particularly on the back molars, which look like they have had most of their surface drilled and filled to deal with cavities. There we are. It seems likely that Chris takes about as much care of his teeth as he does of any other part of the body, and has been needing crowns and other painful, expensive dental surgeries in later times of his life, assuming that he lives that long. Yeah, that's the thing, because if his teeth falls out, he's not going to have any teeth, because he cannot afford dental treatment, especially the prices of dental treatments in America. I don't know how more expensive it is over there, but over here we got the NHS, which is a free healthcare system, but unfortunately for dentists, you still have to pay for dentists over here. Which dentists classed as NHS, but you still have to pay for dentists, which they might as well call themselves private dentists if they charge that. It's confusing how our system works over here. It's really weird. Although it is difficult to tell, partly due to Chris's awful camera work, in a few instances we get to see his teeth, which is gross. They seem to be a strange yellow-brown colour, which is likely to be the result of large consumption of carbonated drinks, poor dental hygiene, and his refusal to visit professional a professional under the influence of his massive narcissism. He seems to be unwilling to brush his teeth or even to chew a bit of orbit gum. Yeah, don't chew gum as a substitute for doing your teeth. Let's have a look. I'm sorry for this, but we're going to see. The only problem is I find that really hard to see because it's like it looks like it's done in the yellow filter, but this was just like PlayStation eye camera thing. But as you can see down there, it's not very good. It looks like black. Look at his pale tongue. That's gross. He should brush his tongue. He's not even afraid to show the gaping cavities in the back of his mouth. Talk about honest content. I'm actually going to have a look at the how long have I been recording for? Oh, over an hour. It's not bad, I suppose. This is a long thing, yeah. Unfortunately, this is only going to be what I'm going to be talking about today. I'm going to have a later stream to talk about the others. Cardiovascular health. I think that's how it says. It is known that Bob's father, that Chris's father, Bob Chandler, has a long history of heart problems. Knowing this, Chris should have realised that he was at a far higher chance of inheriting cardiac disorders and related risk factors. Thanks to his poor decisions regarding his own health, he has made already a bad situation worse. Yep. It's all well and good having Mackies and fast food and junk food all the time, but trust me, later on down the line, your body's going to feel it. In August 2013, Chris indicated that the stress he's endured has begun to affect his health, citing a symptom of high blood pressure in 2016. He's implied he has hypertension. This was later confirmed in August 2017. He has stated that he takes prescription medicine for it. In September 2017, Chris discovered his new method for growing larger breasts. God, here we go. Which involves flavouring food in soy sauce. As an example, he posts a picture of McDonald's fries doused in soy sauce. I'll look at that after this segment. It's evidence that he has conflated soy-based foods with soy sauce, thinking the latter would be a good way to boost estrogen levels, which that's only making it worse. Estrogen levels, that's not how it works. In reality, the something found in soy products do not bind to the body estrogen receptors, thus will have no effect on his man boobs. Conversely, soy sauce is loaded with sodium, and said sodium is making him fatter due to the weight gain and fluid retention, as well as indicating further damage to his heart, which is already straining under the effects of hypertension. Although drinking water does help offset the effects of sodium-laden foods, Chris is too busy sloping on Coca-Cola to even consider adding to his daily food regime. Yeah, sodium, salt, it's bad, really bad. Don't have too much salt. Have that healthy amount, but not too much. In January 2019, Chris uploaded the results of his blood sugar and blood pressure screening. Chris's blood pressure is shown to be 121 over 84. Wow. I mean, my dad's diabetic and even he does not even go over 84 on them bad days. Wow. That is, I don't know how Christine is not dead yet. I really don't know. Classifies as pre-high blood pressure. His blood glucose is 63 milligrams DL, and his total cholesterol is 140. Both is which surprisingly healthy levels considered healthy. Oh, the cholesterol levels, okay, not the blood sugar. In June 2019, okay, in June 2019, Chris, via his sock puppet account, claimed to have suffered a heart attack, and went to the emergency room. Given on how his father had passed away from congestive heart failure, it would be wise for Chris to change his lifestyle lest he suffer the same fate or even worse. I saw them tweets. I saw that sock puppet account. So yeah, that was rather recent. It was like almost the past year, almost. Yeah, about in a month's time it'll be June. So yeah, almost a year ago that was. Wow. Oh yeah, I was going to show you this grossness. Chris thinks this will help him grow best. To be fair, he's not wrong. Ugh. It's soaked through the bottom. Soy sauce. It looks like a bottle of vinegar. It's gross. Oh god. Yuck. Okay. Okay, let's get the good stuff here. Excretory health. Chris has had a long history of fecal incontinence. One factor likely contributing to this is his diet. Continued abuse of his anus and rectum has not helped. Yes, shoving stuff up there does not help. It'll make it a hell of a lot worse. He also has a history of urinary tract infections. Women have a higher risk of UTIs than men. However, Chris's hygiene issues has left him to getting more UTIs during February 2011. He has complained about it. During the last few days, I have been enduring the pains of bloody urinary infections. I saw my doctor. He has subscribed some antibiotics for me. It was Thursday night when it started. I felt a burning pains in my pee hole. I only got less than 4 hours of sleep at first. The pains kept me awake. Then I woke at 3 a.m. and after one set of short excretions, sitting on the gun, I found a lot of blood in the water. Not a good sign. Not a good sign at all. Also, if you posted that to Twitter, then why? That's like a private matter. You shouldn't make that into a proper thing. Also mentioning it, that his mother experiences with it as well. Why would you say your family suffers from it? That's like a personal problem. You shouldn't go out and tell the world about your problems. After another spot of UTI happened in February 2016 and then in December 2019. Oh, so he spaced it apart. Okay, it's not regular. In June 2017, Chris passed the first kidney stone. Oh god, that must be painful. I have never had kidney stones before, but I know how painful it is due to other people's reports on it. Obesity and a high intake of sodium are known risk factors, and seeing as how both of these apply to Chris, he can expect to see more calculi in future unless he changes his ways. As mentioned in the previous section, Chris revealed to himself that he's now putting soy sauce in everything that is not sweet, in addition worsening his renal health. when combined with laxative effects of his takeaway and of 12 prunes a day, of his intake of 12 prunes a day. Why would you do that to yourself? The prunes is what old people take to keep regular. I don't know why a young person like him would do that. Part of the same breast growth formula. Oh, that's why he's doing it. Okay. This is only likely to result in a higher frequency of dirty crap briefs, which I probably will and won't get into, but we'll see. Also, yeah, since this is going to be a single one, I'm just going to be deleting them to there, and I'm going to be reading them for another day. Okay, yeah, I read that. Okay, cool. Mental health. As noted, this is going to be a long one, by the way. As noted, Chris has a hostile relationship with psychotherapy. So there is a little that can be said about what mental illness he has. And from his videos, I do believe that he is autistic, but I think he has some other mental health problems in there. I'm really not quite sure. It's kind of a touchy subject, mental health. Also next week, I believe, is mental health week, so I might be doing a video about that next week. Because autism isn't nearly enough to explain the full spectrum. Oh yeah, autism has many things on a spectrum, so autism is not like one thing, there's like many degrees of it. To explain of his object for CWCki. Many observers have tried to pin down Chris for a variety of mental illnesses ranging from psychotherapy minus the increase of charisma to narcissism, ditto, and schizophrenia, signs that include disorganized speech and writing, loss of contact with reality, and paranoid ideas about being a victim of persecution and conspiracies such as his delusional belief that Megan Schroeder and Michael Snyder was somehow responsible for him getting banned from Walmart. He may be schizophrenic, I'm not quite sure, but he does believe in the dimensional merge, so it's probably a thing. Oh, let me just, okay, that's fine. The one mental failing that debilitates Chris most of his rigid refusal to adapt to his environment is stubbornness. More than anything else, this is what makes him so frustrating to watch. He is incapable of advancing mentally beyond the mind of a 10-year-old with some Playboy magazine stuffed under the mattress. However, mental problems he may have are only exacerbated by the stubborn inability to mature or even alter his tactics. For well over a decade, he has been led on by various trolls, which, to be fair, wasn't helping his mental health to begin with, pretending to be the young white women who are interested in a relationship with him, and yet he continuously falls for it. It is Chris's refusal to listen or learn ensures that he will continue to live up to in ignorance, isolation and misery until he decides to change. It always will intercede whenever these trolls stay interested in him. Oh, there is a lot of mental health. Really now, I'm going to be here all night. It was once thought possible that Chris didn't feel that his life has truly begun. This was still that he was still in the pre-adult years because he has remained a virgin until his early 30s, and judging by his oversimplified black and white view of the world tainted by fiction and media messages, treatment of women and stunned understanding of sexual relationships, because he saw sex as not as a biological or recreational function or an expression of love, but rather as a rite of passage of sorts, and he has therefore believed that he wasn't able to truly be an adult unless he had sex. Yeah. Okay. Also, I do believe that he lost his virginity to a prostitute, but I don't know if that's true or not. But again, Gino Samuel added that to his recent video about Chris. So again, check his channel out. Chris would later lose his virginity to a real bit hooker. Yeah, here we go, hooker. As of yet, he has made few to no changes that will tangibly improve his life. In fact, he has been plunging himself and his mother even further into debt to buy toys as well as other things such as a new car. Needless to say, no one expects Chris and Barb to be able to afford to keep the car for long, but somehow they still got the car. It's almost impossible. Since Chris has been pampered and sheltered from basically all forms of outside influence, he lacks experience of the real world. His reaction to the real world can be seen in the reactions to the trolls. Instead of dealing with them in a constructive way, taking their advice, or even neutral way, either ignoring them or getting off the internet, which, to be fair, he should have got off the internet a long time ago, otherwise he wouldn't be in this mess. He will freak out and yell at things, blame his autism or the trolls themselves for his shortcomings, and maybe crush a dildo or his camera. He also has a particular notion that he's slim, broad-shouldered and tanned, and has a full head of hair and generally not creepy. This image comes from two things. One, his mother would always tell him how handsome he was. This might simply be Barbara telling his son, because all mothers tell that to their kids. Which, yeah, most mothers do say that to their kids. They do it to make the kids feel better about themselves. He has a inability to remember faces. For example, during the Blanca incident, trolls used pictures of two different girls to represent Blanca, and he never suspected a thing. He thinks that he and Billy Mays would look the same if Billy Mays shaved off his beard. In high school, he had to remember his own appearance by staring in the mirror, leaving more of his youthful image of himself branded in his mind. The fact that the only distinguishing features of his characters are hair, eye colour, also points of this. Although it may just be Chris being a shitty artist. Some people think that far from being mentally ill, Chris is just misguided and simply needs to be steered in the right direction. However, here we go. Let's see. Okay. In July 2012, arrangement for his and Barbara's actions at the game place and the previous fall, Chris has agreed to a plea bargain, avoiding felony charges and jail time in exchange for, among other things, mandatory psychological treatment and evaluation, which means that Chris was forced to undergo legitimate psychiatric treatment as opposed to simply being an uncertified partial counsellor, or risk being imprisoned, given that most, if not all, the problems described above persist in some form or another to this day. It seems that Chris reacted to psychoactive treatment in much the same way he reacted to the education system, as it seems that whatever the psychiatrist said, he took none of it in, probably taking his anger out his anger at being forced to obey the law on the psychiatrist by simply refusing to cooperate. Yeah, listen to people. You got to listen to like authority figures, like especially like your psychiatrists. They're trying to help you. Chris began listening to subliminal frequency hypnosis videos on YouTube in 2016. On June 29th, there goes my phone, he uploaded an announcement in which he claimed that music cured his autism. Yeah, there's no cure for autism. Unfortunately, you got to live with it. Hell, I even got autism. I got to live with it. Yeah, I was a lot worse years and years ago, but I've learned to adapt. I've learned to like live with it, and now I'm much better. Where's it? There you go. Hey fans, one thing, I think this is Chris Can, to be fair. I forgot one thing. I have actually been on a subliminal project. As a lot of you, or some of you, might have been aware of my history or whatever. I try to keep my things private among my YouTube settings, but I have been enjoying for the past 3 months to get rid of my autism subliminal, the one that actually works. In 3 months, so less than stutters. Oh, this is like a paragraph from his video. Okay, 3 times per day, 36 times. I have been doing that. Yeah, this is, if I speak weird doing this is basically what Chris said. So his speaking pattern is not the best. I have been doing what's that? Oh, it's a lorry going up the M1. Okay, I was wondering what that was. I've actually found myself more mentally capable. I do not blank out as much. I feel a bit faster in the mental processing, and I feel a whole lot better. So with that put out hands, I am essentially cured of autism. You really think watching a video will cure your autism? Really? Oh, and I also actually have been able to socialise better out in public, so that's another good deal out right there. I'm going to put a link underneath this video, and for all y'alls with autism, try for yourself. Play 3 times per day for 3 months. Points ahead. It worked for me, and he put his thumbs up. Okay. However, in November, a Facebook post, he was back to referring himself as high functioning autistic person. So he basically ignored what he said. Let's see what else. Chris has mentioned in August 2017 he takes Valium, a drug used to treat anxiety and nervousness. I took a rest and some Valium after I got home from work. I feel some recovered, but I feel some mild headaches now. Yeah, Valium, you probably don't want to take Valium. Chris on taking a drug after he feels stress and not being able to wear his unicorn cosplay. Jesus Christ, why would you wear cosplay to church, really? Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, on the last paragraph on here now. In March of 2020, 2 months ago, in the mid of the worst pandemic in living memory, Chris has exhibited a juvenile attitude to the nature of disease and the body's own workings. He believed that he could become infected with SARS-CoV-2 by simply reading about it symptoms and refusing to even acquaint himself with the signs that he or demographically vulnerable mother may need aid. Later that month, he endorsed watching the anime series Cells at Work to build one's resistance. That how I'm not going to say anything about that. It's a cartoon. It does not help you. You watch it for entertainment. The cartoon just depicts the body's cells as people, but given Chris's views on OCs, it would appear that he believes it to be a direct, literal depiction of what goes on in his body. That's the equivalent of watching Once Upon a Time Life and saying, "Oh hey, I've got little people in me, so this must be real." If you don't know what Once Upon a Time Life is, it's a French cartoon that was dubbed to English, and it was around in I think early 90s, like late 80s. I'm not quite sure. It was great. It was amazing. I used to love that all the time when I was a kid. I used to buy like videos of it. I think it used to be on TV, but TV in France. Over here, they just released the dubbed video thing. Like, where is it? It could appear that he believes it. Okay, you've done that. On the 28th of March, Chris claimed that the pandemic to be a sign of the dimensional merge. Because of course he would. And that COVID-19 was cured weeks ago in his fantasy world. Because of course he'd say that. Really now. When there's, what was it? Let's see. 32,000 people dead in the UK thanks to COVID-19. And he basically thinks it's gone in his world. It's a terrible disease that you wouldn't want to wish on your worst enemy. It's a horrible, evil disease, and he thinks it's like nothing. Also saying that, My Little Pony characters are also working to stop the pandemic in the real world. Oh my god. Chris, what are you saying? It's a real disease. You see it every time I go to work, because I'm an essential worker. I'm like seeing people with face masks on, and even I have to wear one because I don't want to bring the virus home with me. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Sexual health. This is a short one. Bent at a horrifying 95-degree angle, Chris's duck is the thing of unholy terror, where while there has been much speculation as the cause of this, possibly Peyronie's disease, whatever that is. I'm not going to click it because there's going to be a picture of a dick on it, and I don't want my channel to get struck down. All a result of engaging in one's prone masturbation. It is unlimitedly a mystery that he'll probably never be solved. While correctable, the process is expensive, and Chris has other more important things on which to spend his, or rather, taxpayers' money. Yeah, he's getting benefits. He's getting like his monthly tugboat, that kind of thing. In correspondence with CWCki, Chris revealed he was kicked for STDs in the early 2010s. In early 2010. He didn't have any. You can probably guess why. Yeah, because he was a virgin back then. Okay. Gender transitioning. Also see transgender. Also, did I miss any pictures? Oh yeah, I think I did click on that. I can't remember. Let me just see. Probably a bad idea. Look at that. Just like a baby. Okay, that's enough. Okay, here we go. Hormone treatment. Normally, transgender people plan out their gender transitions with doctors to ensure safety throughout the process, especially if they're taking hormones, which can be the cause or which can cause health issues unless strictly monitored according to the patient's health profile. Yeah, if you want to do like the transitioning from male to female or vice versa, it is a long process and it's a painful process if you go for the surgeries and that. So yeah, look into it before you do it. Really research it. Don't just go into it willy-nilly. Just research it as well. Make sure you do, because there's no going back if it goes wrong. Unfortunately, Chris has done the opposite in 2015. He acquired Oristigil, a hormone replacement therapy cream meant for post-menopausal women. It is meant to be prescription only, but Chris got around the requirement to see a doctor by ordering it through an hospital. Oh god damn it! Don't do that. Don't get it on the black market. Don't get it illegally. This is why his body's knackered. Ostrogil has health risks such as fluid retention, weight changes, rise in blood pressure, disastrous for an obese person like Chris, and blood clots, and why did I say which? And that is when it is applied properly via a small dosage on the arm once a day. Ask the cream, okay, I thought it was like pills. Still, don't get it off the black market. He's even managed to foul out the following directions on the package as shown on the Ostrogil application and a vibrating bra how-to, in which he slavers the cream onto his stomach like, no. Kim Wilson revealed that he was taking hormones in May 2015. Chris mentioned that the drug again as of late August 2016. Throughout 2015 and 16, he repeatedly complained via Facebook posts, feeling dizzy and ill, but failed to connect the dots and see that taking overdosages of a black market drug without a physician's approval could be the reason for it. In addition to Ostrogil, Chris has been taking supplements such as vitamins. He had purchased a jar of Solare female hormone blend vitamins in August 2016, which is meant to ease menopausal problems. Arthur Spatchcock, who learnt that around May 2016, Chris was fond of eating fenugreek seeds as he believed that it increases estrogen levels, being unaware that he would have no effect to him because he's not on estrogen. At some point in the fall of 2016, he finally went to a medical profession and was prescribed proper HRT, which is good. The unclit. Oh god. Don't want to talk about the unclit, but unfortunately I'm going to have to talk about it. One day in December 2014, God, Gino's going to have a field day talking about this, Chris decided to get a piercing on his perineum. Piercings require constant disinfection while they heal anywhere on the body, even for very clean people, and many trolls were concerned considering Chris's general filthiness and the fact that the location of the piercing would receive very little air and there was serious risk of infection. In December, he shared another picture of his piercing that showed that while it wasn't infected, the piercing has begun to reject, tearing the skin in the process. Oh god, can you imagine the smell on that? Ugh, rotten flesh. Making lemonade out of lemons, Chris, now in the throes of his trans woman fantasy, noted replied the tear's semblance to a vagina that and actually got it repaired. Oh God. How is she not dead after that? Really now. Without giving the original wound any longer than a week to heal, unfortunately Chris gave up on it after it became clear that the piercing was going to be more of a hassle than it was worth, and removed it good before any serious harm it was done. On a side note, imagine the pain that it must have been. It must have been really painful, and obviously he did it at home without any anaesthetic and no sanitary equipment, and not in a sanitary environment. He did it at home, probably with no gloves on as well. Imagine the pain. Oh God, pain on the blood. Oh, that's horrible. Self-inflicting taint wound. It just gets better and better, doesn't it? Main article, same thing. In July 2016, Chris posted about a wound on his taint, announcing that he has gotten it as a result of subliminal frequency hypnosis and would be growing a new labia as a result. However, as the man in the pickle suit later discovered, Chris actually went ahead and sliced him. Oh God. Oh God. Oh no. Right, we're going to skip reading that bold text. Wow. So Chris was feeling up his gunk and felt something growing in. It's probably a tumour. He believed his labia was growing in. Where was it? Labia growing in, and knew logically he should let it out. But of its own, by cutting himself open is crazy, and he'd probably get into trouble. But one night he was drunk and was sad that someone pointed out that he didn't have an actual vagina. So I thought, okay. So he got upset when someone told him that he would never have a proper vagina, because obviously he didn't have the sex change operation as well. So you're not gonna have one, you're still gonna have a dick. In the morning, he was very embarrassed and sheepish about it. Chris is fucking lucky that he posted about it online and got pestered about it by getting help by Weems, because if he hadn't, he'd probably end up in hospital fighting off a potentially lethal infection. Yeah, that is true. It's good that people found out about it, because they obviously wanted to help him along so he doesn't die. So technically speaking, in Chris's logic, it was indeed a wound, but a vagina that was going to come out, and the wound would heal and everything would be alright. It's kind of like he was the Wonder Woman, that he was pulling off his old ear and facing shit, and the beautiful Pam Anderson Christine would be underneath. Yeah, Wonder Woman is the a reference to Brundlefly. If watch the Fly remake, basically put the Fly in, or like look it up by the tape. It's a body horror film. It's got a sequel which is a bit shit. It's amazing. It was a remake of the 1950s or 60s version with Vincent Price in it. Both them films are incredible. I love them. Rejected by blood bank. In January 2017, Chris complained on Facebook that he's been turned away from a blood drive for being transgender. It's probably not the reason. He stated that the reason was he stated that the given reason was the FDA saw to not accept blood from a transgender people due to varying levels of testosterone, estrogen imbalances in the blood. Chris did not realise how medically sensitive patients will be when receiving blood transfusions, and would not be in their interest to be taking blood with hormonal imbalances, especially from Chris, whose blood has been affected by both his unhealthy lifestyle and dangerous intake of unsupervised osteophyll drugs. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like when you're at a blood bank or a blood drive or anything, they do test you beforehand. It's like a diabetic test. They prick your finger with a little needle, and they put the little droplet into a little machine, and they shake it about a bit, and it takes a few seconds for the result to come clear. And if it's clear, then you're good to go, your blood is good. But if it's not, and if you've been taking like drugs or hormonal pills and stuff, it would be unbalanced, and it would not be good for the blood banks to help have blood that has been tampered with in that way. So make sure you have good blood in you. Oh, thank God we're at the end. So lucky to be at the end. Other deformities. Chris has mild heterochroma, which he claims to be the result of pink eye medicine he took in high school. However, in the photo of young Chris, his right eye is green. He probably tells a story he thinks it's special. No, I think some people has different colour eyes. It's rare though, but I do know some people that has it. Some has pointed out that Chris has an unusually wide spectrum, as seen in his MySpace pictures. Others go as to say that he lacks one altogether. The cause of this, like his bent duck, is yet unknown. And did I miss anything else? Oh yeah, I missed this. Is that the only thing I missed? Yeah. Okay, right. Let me take that. Chris believes that is the appropriate form of his hormonal therapy. Oh God, that's worse. Why did I make it into a GIF? That's bad. And let's have a look at this close-up shot here. My left eye is blue, my right eye is brown. Blue, and my right eye is brown. My right eye is green. Hey, he's changing his story all the time. Okay. Also see autism. Then we got the sources, stuff like that. Right, that was almost an hour and 45 minutes. An hour 45 minutes now. Unfortunately, it is getting late for me. It's like 40 minutes past 11 at night. So I'm gonna have to leave it here. I did not know this one would be a long session. I thought I'd be able to make 3 of them. But I'm gonna do another live stream next week. I'm gonna be doing probably I'm gonna be doing a live stream on Wednesday and Saturday. So it'll be another quickie readings on Wednesday, and I'll be doing a geologger stream on Saturday night. So yeah, I want to get more streams done, so it should be good. But anyway, thank you for watching, everyone. All the stuff is in the comments if you want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram, or make a donation to me via PayPal. It's all in the description below. Don't forget to like this stream and subscribe, and I'll see you in another stream. So hopefully you'll have a good evening and stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you guys.